unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I copy.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Left, 180.
Right, 49. You're not ready. You're not ready.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
You got three down.
From the gun, Townsend. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
I got you.
Get it.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Yeah, that's what I do. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
You draw quarter. Hit it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Set up. 70, Indy.
65.
Shoot.
This is Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Go, Cheetah. Ready.
On 3rd down, Townsend. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Yes.
49 to Mike. Let's put him on the bus.
Be driven.
Throwing on first down. Townsend. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, exit.
Yeah, let's get set lunch. 48, mark.
Operating from the gun, Townsend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On a jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On the ready. Hey, wahoo!
49 the Mike. 49 the Mike. All right, T, let's
Now.
To throw on second down. Townsend, he's letting it fly for, he's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. run for the first time with Justice Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holloway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down.
Set, hut, and ring. Check 55, Mike. I got one. Showing up.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Let's go.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. Anyway, go. Shoot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check three.
Looking to throw. Holloway. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 50.
Topper! Hey, Delta!
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Get it!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
from the gun on third down. Townsend. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Go. Shoot.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
70, Indy.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
Rock it. Shit.
Off the play fake. Townsend. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, Hill. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you try and score.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Hill, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Slam. Check nickel.
Now here's Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Come on. Strong row. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
To throw on second down. Holloway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on third and long. Holloway. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. AT Gator. Hey, Echo.
Check. Check 4, check 4. 49, guys. Mike.
5.
On 1st down, Townsend airing it out for Hamilton. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got 4. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Let's go.
Running right, Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check three. Watch the eye.
61, matchbox lights.
49, guys.
Now.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Hill one more time. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
Switch it. Joker.
They'll They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
2nd and 2. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holloway. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm here all day. Mike, check. What we got? What we got? Check. Pressure. Mike 5'9".
From the gun, Holloway. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ready? To throw on 2nd down. Townsend. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
Let's go, let's go. Check 26, check 26.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Alpha.
On fourth down, Townsend. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
On first down, Hill, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Hill. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On the delay, Jones slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big time.
It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.